Listen in with me. Mark Geragos has begun speaking. Let's all three take a listen. We'll talk afterwards.
Been at least remotely in a courtroom in a number of years, number one. It also was quite a moving experience, at least from where we sit, to listen to Aunt Terry and Aunt Joan, who are respectively Jose and Kitty's older sisters. Both made impassioned pleas with the judge to send the brothers home, and like I said, very moving. Terry testified under oath that she was very close to Jose and practically grew up with him, and Joan as well talked about Kitty and all of the good things that they've done since they've been in there. The judge has now set January 30th and 31st as the days for a plenary or fulsome hearing on the resentencing. He has also invoked what's called AB 600, so he has jurisdiction under that section as well, which is California law. He's going to and has heard and will ask for further briefing, and by January 30th or 31st, we're hoping that by the end of that or sometime sooner that we will in fact get the brothers released. The family is all here, and including Joan, who's here, who everybody can wish happy birthday to tomorrow.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
And Terry, who is here.
Yes, where's Terry?
Where's Terry? Terry's in the back. Terry made the trip.
Bring Terry up here.
Bring Terry up as well. I will tell you that I did not program either one of them, and I don't think either one of them knew they were going to speak, but they spoke, and we did that so they could speak from the heart. And
we're sisters in kind.
Yes, and you can tell them you want them home.
I do want them home. They should never have been in such situations as presented themselves. What can a kid do when his father's? Oh, I can't stand it.
35 years is a long time, I think.
It's time, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm going to let the family go. I'll answer some questions as long as people don't assault the family on the way out of here, okay? Is that a deal, by the way? Yes? Okay, so let the family move out and have...
Media, please move back.
Yeah, please move back. Let them create a walkway,
please.
please.
You're not there, you need to move back, please.
So you're already violating.
Yeah, no deal.
Really?
No deal. And I guess no questions if they're going to run after.
Why are they doing this? Yeah.
All right. Well, first of all, I think you should know in a breaking news situation like this, and I think we should stay on the live pictures, folks, that you can't control the media. Mark Geragos representing the Menendez brothers, you can't tell them not to get the interviews that they need to tell a story. So that's what you just saw happen there. Mark Geragos tried to make a deal that can we just let family members go, and then I'll continue this press conference. But when it comes down to it, we got the scoop. I mean, this fulsome hearing is going to take place January 30 and 31st. The question of whether the Menendez brothers will be free after serving nearly 30 years in prison for murdering their parents. We will know more, now we know, in the new year. But Alex Stone, this gave us a chance to get hooked up back with you. I know you're just right there outside of where that press conference was taking place. Mark Geragos knows that he's got to know that he can't control journalists to do their job. So were you able to talk with any of those family members? It looks like, you know, they wanted to get the heck out of there. There's quite the crowd out there. And then just tell us what you made of what Mark had to say and where this goes from here.
Yeah, so in fact, Kitty's sister just walked by us as she's now leaving in front of me right now. A couple of other things, Kira, about the hearing today. The judge changing that date, saying that he is not ready to go forward. He has 17 boxes of information to go through, and saying there is a new DA here in LA County, and that he wants to leave it up to the new DA, the more conservative DA, who says he's got to look at the evidence and understand this case to come in and decide how they're going to move forward. The DA who's been pushing this is going out in 1 week from today, only has 1 week left, and we'll see what the new DA says. Those family members, to give you a couple of quotes here, Jose's sister, their father's sister, saying in court today, as I read my scratchy notes here, "We miss those that we lost, but we miss the kids too. I asked for some leniency to have them back." She was crying, talking to the judge during it, saying that that her daughter was the same age as Eric Menendez. They grew up together. "I would like to be able to hug them again and to see them again," she said today. And then Joan Vandermolen, Kitty's sister, 93 years old tomorrow. You heard from her there a moment ago. She was frail. She was walking slowly up to the what was going to be the witness stand, but she had a hard time getting up there, so she testified from the defense table instead, the DA's table, reading a statement saying no child should have to endure what Eric and Lyle went through, saying, "I love Eric and Lyle, and I wait for them to come home." And again, they did this today and not during the hearing that's now set for the end of January. Not knowing if either of the two women will be able to make it back in January based on their health and their age. So the judge said, okay, they could do it today.
Wow. So, Brian, what do you think? You know, there's a newly elected DA now. As we know, this became very much of a political issue, the release of these brothers. You know, Alex reported on that. You were with them talking about Gascon and how he was really pushing for these boys to be freed. But this new DA could I mean, change the entire decision.
Yeah, I mean, if you just look at it from a standpoint of what did either DA have to gain from pushing this? For Gascon, I know a lot of people thinking this was about re-election. Maybe it was for him. Clearly that didn't work out. But I think it also could be in part about his legacy. He had the resentencing unit where they resentenced hundreds of people, including people of murder, and only 4 people reoffended. A very low statistic for any district attorney. And I think he wanted to kind of have the Menendez brothers of being the cherry on top for his resentencing unit. But Nathan Hochman doesn't have that. He's a newly incoming district attorney. He's going to start building his legacy. He, from a political standpoint, leans further right than that of the more left-leaning George Gascon. And so there's not as much of a motivation for him to resentence these men, even though there's that kind of social media, that court of public opinion pushing backing that.
All right. Alex Stone, Brian Buckmeyer. Thanks, guys. Stay tuned. A lot to come. Again, that fulsome hearing now happening at the end of January. We'll keep following the Menendez brothers and their fight for freedom.